Californians would have you think that they're the only ones that know how to do Buddhism, but Vietnamese are pretty uptight about sex, as are the Thai. But it's sex, all those religions are very dependent upon oppression and fear around sex and sexuality. Ask questions. Did you know that 95% of Americans have sex before marriage? Your minister probably had sex before marriage, but he tells you not to. What's that all about? That would be kind of an interesting question to ask one of your Christian friends. Do you think your minister used condoms with his 2 Bible college girlfriends? You know, nobody's asking those kind of questions, but I think they need to be asked. Because that person was engaged in premarital sex, he won't admit it, but he wants you not to have it, he wants you to not use condoms. Does your priest masturbate, or does he use porn? When I was still in clinical psychology, I had 2 priests come to me, and they described themselves as having a masturbatory addiction and a porn addiction. As I worked with these 2 priests over a period of months, I couldn't find anything wrong with them. They were normal human beings, normal males, acting like normal males do. But the Pope said they can't act like that. So they were depressed and upset. I don't know that it ever helped them. But it was heartrending to work with these 2 people who were behaving like normal primates, humans, Homo sapiens. Here's some theological questions to ask. Are there souls in zygotes? Which zygotes get the souls? For every live birth, a woman has several zygotes that never implant and grow. Did they have souls? Now let's challenge them on their own ground. These right-to-lifers don't talk anything about that question. And there's hundreds of eggs, hundreds of babies, hundreds of natural abortions that are happening. And we're not saying, look, you can't get by with that. We're not going to let you get by with that debate. So here's some secular advice, and then we'll wind it up here. Sex is fun. Drinking is fun. You ought to do both responsibly. And they are dangerous. They have consequences. And I think as secularists, we can talk out loud about this. We don't have to mumble. We don't have to hide our sexuality and our desires. We can talk very frankly about it. And it's just so refreshing to hear an atheist talk out loud and openly about their sexuality. And now, you listen, just take the model I mentioned earlier of the gay community. I think they've got a lot going for them there. We have knowledge and ability to make good decisions and have fun doing one of the most rewarding activities that nature gave us, sex and sexuality. But last and most important is we are responsible for our actions. There's no invisible sky daddy up there watching over us that we have to ask forgiveness from. The only person we have to ask forgiveness from is ourselves and the person we hurt. So we've got to be cognizant of that. It is our moral obligation to be aware of our sexuality and how it impacts other people. I would ask if you're interested, my next book will be coming out sometime in the fall or a little bit later. It's going to be called Sex and God, How Religion Distorts Sexuality. And parts of this research will be in it, but a whole lot more. And I've got a sign-up list there in the governor's room. If you're interested, put your email on there. I'll let you know when it comes out. If you're interested in recommended reading around this topic, look at 3 books that I think are excellent. The first is The Myth of Monogamy by Barash and Lipton. The next one, Sex at Dawn, is, I think, one of the best books ever written. I think both these books are 2 of the best books ever written. You will be blown away by the research in this stuff. But Sex at Dawn with Ryan and Jeffa. And lastly, that little slut, I can give you a lot more than these, but you read these 3, you'll have your mind blown. You'll change your mind about a lot of things. And so, May 15th, we will be releasing all the results of the Sex and Secularism survey. You'll be able to get online and download it. It'll be announced. Hopefully, we'll get some bloggers to announce it. If you read some of the major bloggers, you'll be able to download it. We got 1 minute for questions, and then I'm going to 3 minutes. Whoa, we can really go here. 3 minutes for questions, please. Stand up and keep your questions short. If anybody's got a question.
2 or 3. Sure.
Heman, not Heman. Hitting, yeah. Speak loud.
Yeah, so I thought you could really figure out that it is amazing that it's more of a comment than a question.
Okay.
It's more of a comment than a question. That it is amazing that I want to be a sex therapist, when I grow up. And in my residency program for the last 18 months, every week we have an expert that comes and talks to us. At the bottom of the thing, they would tell us, what would you like to know more about? So for 18 months, every week after week, I'm writing, bring us a sex expert to talk to us about sex. And no, we can't have that. So we have a patient that was caught masturbating, and they had me go talk to him. And I said, well, did you use a wet towel? And he goes, yeah. And I said, what?
Sorry, not to cut you off. We have not
Yes,
much time.
yeah,
You have
go.
a question for Darrel?
So if you could come and talk to our school, and that would be just great. And I applaud you for great research.
Thank you. All right. Any other questions? Yeah.
Could you just put up the last slide, because I want to finish writing.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you guys. It's been good talking to you. Appreciate it.